The way you said it, any skill you have is like you training a muscle to it. And I can see that your camera confidence is really top notch, honestly. You have a YouTube channel?
I have a podcast.
You
I've
have
done this for long.
Wow.
I've done this for a long time. So basically, I feel just like you say, the muscles, when you're training the muscles, there's a quote that by Nishi, that to be good at any field, you have to be a slave to that field for a long time. When he means a slave, you have to serve that field, you have to grind in that field painstakingly.
Yeah.
And over time, you get skilled at it. But then you have to pay the price
How long
with your
have you
time,
been doing
energy
the
for
guys?
years. In terms of,
YouTube.
I think I started doing videos up to almost 3 or 2 years now.
3 years.
2 or 3 years. And I mainly do long form content, 1 hour, 1 hour plus. It's a game changer
Really?
because you're able to objectively see yourself in front of the camera while editing and watch yourself just like this is me and then that's me. But then I'm detached and I'm seeing this human being and his attributes and his character and how he interacts with someone else and how he's able to pause and listen to the other person and how sometimes he interjects.
Yeah.
You're able to objectively scrutinize yourself, see where you did not perform well, and where you should have done better, where you should have allowed your guest to talk more. The beauty of hosting a podcast, you know how to set up an event, how to set up a studio or wherever you're going to use. You link up with strangers like you don't even know. Your communication skills, your confidence skills, everything goes up.
Yeah.
Because you're going outside things that you're not super comfortable with. And you keep doing this thing again and again. That muscle keep getting firmer.
Yes.
And then you're able to do this with little to no friction. Because you've done this again and again and again.
Yeah.
So I think at this point I can basically talk to anyone I want to. And very relaxed because I've done it over time, multiple times.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'm just conversing.
Yeah, just like a conversation.
How was your day? How are you doing?
Yeah. Wow. But you said it was like frictionless. So when you were starting, what problems did you have? Because most people, when I know when they're starting, they have maybe people who see me, I'm scared of being in the camera. What problems did you personally face and how did you overcome them?
Practice.
Yeah.
I kept practicing. I did a poetry series. I enjoyed poetry, so I called some of my friends and we read Rebecca's Milk and Honey. There are 3 chapters. So I read the first one with a girl, the second one with a guy, the third one with a girl, the last one myself. So there were 4 chapters. And the more I did this, the more I invited people. Sometimes I just invite people and we host a podcast and I don't upload it. I film everything and I watch it. The more or every form of restriction, like scheduled camera and all that stuff, just freely. At the beginning, it's always there, yeah, but when you do that more frequently, it goes. I think the number one thing that I faced was I felt that my words sometimes I might not my words might repeat. I might stammer in some places, but then I felt over time I felt comfortable with that. I feel like okay, you can just try and slow down your momentum. Because when you talk faster, when you talk very, very fast, you tend to muddle up words.
Yes.
But when you go slowly, how are you? How's your day?
Yeah.
How is this going? Okay, what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
But by the time you start going faster, it tends to keep interjecting. So I think I learned sometimes you just have to slow your pace.
Wow. The fact that one day in the next 10 years I'll sit down and I'll be watching this
video. And someone built it, it's good.
It's so beautiful, do you understand? And honestly, everybody needs to be able to put themselves in these type of, the way you said, uncomfortable situations. Because I just imagine if you're always living on the sidelines, you never know what should I improve about my stuff. Like the way you said about speaking, about pacing, all these things are things that actually matter. But speaking about 10 years, do you see yourself actually doing this like YouTube as a full-time occupation?
If I'll be doing this YouTube in the next 10 years,
Yeah.
well, my podcast is something that I can always do, regardless of where I am at whatever point in time. Because it's more of getting a guest and hearing their views and their opinions on the subject. And then we I tell you the guest to my own views in that subject, and we come to a middle line in most cases. We bring a point, I bring my point together. There's no, this is how it, this is it.
Yeah.
Good. So we are discussing, it's a discussion. We are sharing views. So I see myself doing this anytime. Though it's not something I make money from, but then it's something that is beautiful. And beautiful in the short term and the long run. Because you're able to talk about complex subjects with people that are different from you. They have total different background and upbringing and views on particular subjects. And they are talking about this freely with you and openly. I mean, it's beautiful.
What about you said you want to get paid. You obviously want to like monetize your content in the long run.
I dream of working with the Daily Wire
Okay.
and this big media house that I truly admire to be part of the people working on this podcast, on their podcast. And then, of course, I'll be featured in some of the episodes. But while I'm there, I'll see the bigger picture, the marketing, it's a big company, so I get to see many angles, unlike from the what I'm doing. So I get to see traveling into places to shoot and other.
That sounds like an ideal lifestyle.